4th of July in Racine, the greatest parade in the Midwest.
Welcome to a 4th of July tradition. The streets of Racine are lined with over 100,000 spectators and the spirit of independence fills the air. A celebration live from Main Street along Racine's beautiful lakefront, featuring marching bands, phenomenal floats, musical performances, the community's finest, along with local celebrities. It's the 87th annual Fourth Fest Parade, and it's all coming your way live, right here on My 24.
Good morning, southeastern Wisconsin. How are you? Welcome to downtown Racine for the 87th annual 4th of July parade presented by Fourth Fest of Greater Racine, Educators Credit Union, the City of Racine, and Festivals Foods. I'm Duncan McManus from 1029 The Hog.
And my name is Trevor Young from the City of Racine.
Good to be with you here, Trevor.
Great to be here, Duncan. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th to you, sir. As you can see, or as you can hear, we're starting our pre-parade, which features a lot of the first responders from the local communities as they roll their rigs past and make a lot of noise and wave to everybody. And it's always the noisiest part of the parade every year.
It is, but you know the scale of this parade when there's a pre-parade.
Absolutely.
And everybody is on their feet thanking our first responders here.
Definitely. Lots of flags waving this morning. We've got the Racine Fire Bells coming across us here. Scout Leaders Rescue coming across. Just the whole lineup of everybody in southeast Wisconsin. Their rigs, their fire engines, everything that's happening.
Yeah, this is really exciting. Yeah, and this is the entire region coming together, being one of the largest parades, not just here in Racine County, but in the Midwest. I mean, it's the best place in the country, in my opinion, to celebrate this special holiday.
Yeah. And the parade route is something that is impressive itself in its length. The parade starts north of our viewing area here, and we're going to thank Festival Foods in the City of Racine right off the top here for their sponsorship. This event does not happen without our sponsors. So Festival Foods, the City of Racine, our great sponsors here today, as well as Educators Credit Union and the Tavern League of Wisconsin. But, back to what I was saying about the parade route, we're going to start 2.6 miles north of where we are here at the corner of Main and 6th across from Monument Square in Racine. Just north of the zoo, we're going to come down across the State Street Bridge, a total of 2.6 miles. Going to pass us here, continue south down Main Street, make a right turn on 14th Avenue, and end just past Ascension All Saints Hospital.
You know, Duncan, there are people who make it their commitment to travel to 50 states. In Racine, it's your commitment to watch this parade from every corner on this parade route. It's pretty impressive.
There is not a bad seat in the house for this parade.
And with over 80,000 people on average viewing this parade a year, everybody comes out for this thing.
It's impressive. And if you're along the parade route, you can also stream the broadcast at my24milwaukee.com. Or if you're out of the market, hopefully you're tuning in. I've got family tuning in from Texas. Hi to my sister Denise in Flower Mound, Texas, and my brother Nathan in Corinth, Texas. So, hi guys, thanks for tuning in.
Look at these classic trucks. How exciting.
These are amazing.
You know, this parade was voted the best parade by USA Today in 2008, and in my opinion, it's that every single year. So,
and that best parade title is well deserved. I mean, we've been to a lot of parades in the area here. A lot of the cities around here have their own parades, but really none of them can touch what happens here at Fourth Fest.
Oh, people love being seen in Racine on a day like this.
Yeah, this is where you come to see people you haven't seen all year.
Right.
You run into them along the parade route, you share a Bloody Mary, you say, hi, how are you? we'll see you soon, hopefully before next year, and you move on.
Yeah, and this year the theme of the parade is Made in America, and that's especially important to the city of Racine being such a manufacturing hub for the entire country.
Definitely. You know, the city of Racine has such a rich manufacturing history that really deserves to be celebrated, and it's still true today.
So with the theme of Made in America, we are so grateful for the folks who are celebrating that theme with us on the 4th of July here in downtown Racine.
Definitely. Got Deputy Friendly rolling past us here. Remember being a kid in grade school in Racine when Deputy Friendly or Officer Friendly would come visit.
It is exciting. It is exciting. I love seeing the K-9 unit. And
the K-9 unit's very cool.
The German Shepherds sniffing around.
Yeah. Hopefully not sniffing too close to you.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, that's not mine.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to take a break here and go to a piece that we recorded yesterday featuring one of the main attractions here at the parade this year, the full-scale replica of Optimus Prime. So take a look at this, and we'll see you back soon.
So this was done to motivate my son. He was 8 years old at the time, and my goal was to show him, don't be afraid to take a leap of faith in life. Don't be afraid to try something that seems impossible. You never know where it could lead. Stand up to the bullies in your life. Just do whatever it is you feel like doing at any point in your life, no matter what. So this for me was impossible at the time, and I'd like to think I've shown him that no matter how impossible something is, it's still accomplished if you have the drive. This, I mean, it's hard to put an end date on it, man. There's always so much to do. There's always so much to fix, add. But the original build took about a year. There was about 25 guys involved. You had painters, fabricators, CNC machinists, all these different walks of life kind of came together for this project, which was really cool. Between New Jersey and Pennsylvania, it was going all over the place. And we started in 2016. We had it ready to present by the end of 2016. So it was a big, big milestone to accomplish.
Can you highlight two of your favorite things on Optimus?
Absolutely, yeah.
I know there's a lot.
Yeah, there is a lot. So, well, for instance, a lot of people don't realize the detail that's on here. So, like the sword, for instance, people will see that sword, and there's lettering on both sides of the sword, but people don't know what that lettering says. The lettering all over Optimus has a meaning, and many of them are messages to my son. So you can actually decipher that lettering. It's in the language of the Transformers. And when you decipher it, it says, "Believe in yourself, Ryan." That's a message specifically to him. There's so many favorite aspects, like right here behind the fuel tank. So you see that little boy back there? I get to do sort of make-a-wish stuff, like visiting children or bullied children, kind of one-on-one. And him, for instance, he was a boy that was a huge Transformers fan, and he had DIPG, like a really aggressive form of brain cancer. So we arranged to go down to Southern Virginia to meet him in person and spend a day with him. 3/4 of the way down, he ended up passing away, and that put us all in like a really uncomfortable, like we weren't sure what to do. We wanted to be respectful to the family, so we actually contacted the family and offered to go to them and do with them what we were going to do with him. So we actually coordinated with the families, about 25 people. We showed up at their house, gave them a tour of Optimus, did a photo shoot with them, took them out for ice cream. They got to see Bumblebee and Ironhide. They got a ride in Optimus. So I basically did for them what I was going to do for Levi. And a couple months later, they gave me the permission to do that memorial for him. So that's, I got to say, probably one of my more favorite elements is being able to bring joy to people, especially at times when they really need it. So we couldn't visit Levi that day, but I'd like to think we gave that family a really positive memory on a day they could really use it.
So I know you're talking a lot on the East Coast, so how long did it take you to get here to Racine today?
Oh gosh, well, I mean, drive time wise, it only takes about 12 hours, but we've been doing this since 2016, and we've driven through Wisconsin on our way to other places, but we've actually never stopped in Wisconsin. You guys are the first official venue parade to ever help us stop in the state of Wisconsin. So it's actually an honor to be here because it's a first, and you can see how many people are coming already just because we're here. I can take a lot of pride in sharing Optimus, and to be able to do this in all these different communities and towns across North America is really meaningful to me. because of the message that Optimus represents and because of the message that we bring, it's an honor to join you for this really big festival that you guys have.
We're honored to have you here, and we appreciate you making the journey. Can you tell us where people can find out more information about you and Optimus?
Absolutely. Go watch the Transformers movies. No, you can find us online. Just type Optimus is here. Anywhere on social media, you'll find us all over TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. Optimus is here. We'll give you some guidance as to where we're headed next, what we're doing next. We do a lot of school presentations, one-on-one stuff, event stuff. So we stay quite busy, and hopefully we'll be in a town near anyone's home base.
Awesome. Thank you, Joey. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. It's been a pleasure to be here. Really.
All right, make sure you stick around to see Optimus in the parade. It's really an amazing rig. We had him down here last night at Monument Square. Really impressive to get up and see it up close. Now, there's a lot happening along the parade route, and Trevor and I, from our reviewing stand, can't cover it all. So we've got a couple of colleagues here that are going to help us out. So let's throw it down to John Pearson and Joan Rory, who are covering all the action down on the streets. There you go, guys.
Ratings grab. We bring on Joan Rory, who's one of the queens of this parade here. What is it that makes it so special that keeps people coming back every year?
Well, it's totally the tradition. It goes back a long. As a young girl growing up in Racine, it was what your family did on 4th of July. People came from all over to visit and see this parade. So it's a long-standing tradition. There's iconic representation, float, you name it. There's so many bringing families down here.
And every time I talk to people anywhere around southeast Wisconsin, they're not sure how big this thing is, and when they sample it, they're blown away.
Absolutely. It's what the holiday itself, it brings people together. There's families down here. You just can't get better than that.
All right, Joan is one of the main draws, but we also want to add to some cuteness right here. Everybody at home wants to hear what you want to say on the 4th of July. All right, and everybody at home, say it with me. Oh,
that's the blatant grabbing right there.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Thanks, John and Joan. We'll be catching up with you a little bit later. Our pre-parade continues on here, and we talked about, the rich manufacturing history here in Racine, and we just had a lot of the Case New Holland vehicles go by, and that is one of the iconic manufacturers here in Racine that, you see the older vehicles, but then you see the newer farm implements come by, that the cabs have air conditioning. They're probably streaming their music in it. Very different from about 60 years ago when it was all open air and very hot and dusty and just
I think
quite a change.
Every farmer in America is able to thank the city of Racine and the entrepreneurs and innovators who've come from this community for that level of comfort they have when feeding America.
No doubt.
We have actually more patents per capita in Racine than anywhere else in the country. So more things were invented here in our hometown than anywhere else in the United States of America.
That's incredible.
And that's because of that Made in America manufacturing history.
Definitely. And it just keeps growing. New companies are moving in all the time. New families add to the tax base. All the things that make a vibrant Racine are happening now.
Absolutely. We said be seen in Racine. That's true with manufacturing employers as well.
Very much. Very much. Absolutely. Let's take a look at a spot from one of our great sponsors here, Educators Credit Union.
At the Butler household, we celebrate a little differently. That's been happening a lot more lately, thanks to Educators Credit Union and their new Mind and Money tool. Now we can easily assign chores and the kids get paid for them right away. We can track their earning and spending and even reward them for making good grades all through our phones. So they're learning valuable financial lessons, and I'm getting a clean house.
Learn more about the Mind and Money tool at ECU.com.
Well, thank you to Educators Credit Union, one of our sponsors, and Festival Foods. None of this, what you're seeing here, happens without our great sponsors. And Festival will be sponsoring the fireworks tonight down at the lakefront here in Racine, and those will be broadcast from our YouTube channel starting at 9 p.m., which, of course, is weather dependent, but I don't think that's going to be a problem this year. We have lucked out for the 10th straight year with amazing weather.
We really have. And nothing says celebrate great weather by bringing out your classic cars.
Oh, no
and
doubt.
Here we have a real impressive selection of cool sets of wheels zipping down the road here.
Yeah, they're fantastic. You know, I love classic cars, but me having a classic car would be just a complete waste because I am nobody's mechanic.
No. It would be a beautiful exterior that would not move.
It would look good. It would look good. It wouldn't go anywhere, but it would look hot.
Yep. Well, and I would have my Windex, which is another great Racine product. So those
Right you
windows
are.
would be squeaky clean.
Some got a nice late '60s Camaro coming past. A beautiful, looks like a early '60s Corvette.
Yeah, this is pretty impressive.
Very much.
We've got a Back to the Future looking vehicle coming down the road here pretty soon.
Yeah, somebody's we got a little looks like an early '80s Mustang there. Just fantastic looking vehicles.
Yeah, you can tell who in the crowd is all about the classic cars because they are on their feet leaning over the fence making sure they can get a good look at some of these beautiful cars.
Fantastic. You know, Joan was talking earlier about some of her memories of 4th of July in Racine. What are some of yours, Trevor?
Well, standing in downtown Racine is a special place right when this parade happens. And I just remember my dad, who grew up here. I'm a fourth-generation Racinian, and literally knowing everybody along the parade route. And so this being a real sense of community that celebrates this special holiday.
Yeah.
And each small business is hosting a little get-together, and so there's a real sense of community that you just can't find anywhere else. It's special.
That is so true. I mean, for me personally, I grew up a little bit west of here, about 3 miles west of here on Carlisle Avenue. Right
I grew up on Carlisle.
Did you really?
Yes.
1600 block.
Yeah, the 2800 block.
Okay, so you're a little bit north.
Yeah, 2228 Carlisle Avenue.
Okay,
2200 block.
Outstanding. Well, we were like right across the street from Horlick Field. So, we had a huge yard. So right after the parade, we come back to the house, and all the cousins, all my dad's softball buddies, and their families and kids came for the cookout. Ours was kind of 4th of July central because we had this massive yard.
Oh, I love that.
And so it was just fantastic memories of those days. And 4th of July was second only to Christmas here in Racine, as far as I'm concerned.
I remember Carlisle Avenue walking home from Horlick Field and after a fun Raiders game, and we're going to see them walking down the parade route.
We're going to see the Raiders, so we'll probably hear the Raiders before we see them. All right, let's go down to John Pearson, who's got an interview ready. Take it away, John.
All right, the spirit is strong here, and this is Diane. I think she started waving this flag around 7 this morning. Have you been in training for this? I mean, you don't want to wave it too wild early to fade on us.
No. But yes, I've been having a ball ever since 5 o'clock this morning.
Man, oh man, what is so special about this? You could have been sleeping in. You could have watched it on TV. Why'd you want to be here?
I love the parade. I love it. This is the best thing Racine got. It's the 4th of July.
Absolutely. And we got a lot of energy here tonight. And talk about this.
Right. Oh, yes, I'd like to say happy birthday to my brother-in-law, Herman. And then again, I'd like to say happy Independence Day to everybody. Hey, and I love you guys. And we'll see you next year.
All right. Little did you know, this is actually a surprise party for your brother-in-law. Okay, it's a parade. That's even better. But happy birthday.
Well, happy birthday to that guy's brother-in-law.
Wow. Yes, like born with Uncle Sam, I see.
Right. My son was born on the 6th, but had labor and things worked out a little earlier. He might have been a 4th of July baby. So
yeah. I think of the musical Yankee Doodle Dandy.
Right on.
Born on the 4th of July.
There you go. Okay. So, we were talking about some of our remembrances of 4th of July's past, and I was mentioning just some of my personal memories, but everybody's got them. You walk up and down this parade route, everybody has their own traditions. You go north of here where people are living right on the street, right on Main Street here. They've got their porches decked out. They've got the grills going. They've probably had a few Bloody Marys in them, and they just have their own traditions that started years ago, and they just continue to carry them on now.
Racine really is a city of parades, whether it be the 4th of July parade, which is our crown jewel, which everybody comes out to see, over 100,000 spectators, or our St. Patrick's Day parade, or our holiday parade, or the Memorial Day parade. This town loves its parades.
Definitely, yeah. It's not just 4th of July. The St. Patrick's Day parade is one of my favorites for a number of reasons, not just because of what's served on St. Patrick's Day.
Do you order a Guinness, Duncan?
I'm a whiskey guy.
A whiskey guy.
Yeah. So, I'm going to do my Jameson. I'm going to do my Tullamore Dew. I'm going to do some Bushmills. Maybe I'll sneak in, one of my favorite scotches. We talked about we have a favorite scotch that we share. So, I think that happens a lot on St. Patrick's Day.
That sounds like a lot of fun. And you know what? Let's apply that to the 4th of July too, because everybody's just having fun.
Yeah. It's not exclusive to St. Patrick's Day, at least not on my bar.
Well, and in Racine, you look at this crowd and you see people from all different walks of life. We've got an incredible diversity that represents America. And so I think to myself, it's not just the beauty of the parade, it's the beauty of this community that reminds you about how special this holiday really is.
Certainly. And you had a great fun fact earlier about the makeup of the Danish population here in Racine at one time.
Yes.
Which I did not know.
At one point, Racine had 10% of the United States Danish population.
That's incredible.
So that's why we are blessed with some incredible baked goods, which we will celebrate today with our Grand Marshal, with being O&H Bakery.
Absolutely. I've got family that come from Texas, and whenever they come from here, we have to do the Racine food tour, which is, of course, inclusive of O&H, but then we're going to our favorite pizza joint. We're doing Cupie's. We're doing Subs somewhere. So by the time they leave, I've put on about 15 pounds. So I gotta go into training for the Racine food tour. Whenever my kinfolk come from Texas.
If you're in downtown Racine, you might as well be in Epcot, because you can experience Korean food, you can experience Americana, Italian, Irish. It's
one of my favorite Thai places is within view of us here. So just so many great food options in downtown Racine, like you were saying, of all different varieties, all different ethnicities.
Yeah, it's exciting, and you definitely have to walk it off in this beautiful walkable downtown Racine.
Definitely.
But do you have a first memory of the parade? Do you remember that first time you were here?
I do. I do. As a matter of fact, years ago, and people that are longtime Racine residents will know that there used to be movie theaters here in downtown Racine, the Rialto, the Venetian, and I'm giving away my age here. I'm not old enough to have seen any films in any of those, but you could look down Main Street and see the marquees. And I remember being very young and seeing that and just being kind of impressed with that. And then, of course, you don't do that anymore now, but the floats come by and throw candy out into the street, and all the kids scramble out into the street and almost get run over by Shriners.
I think that's why they don't do that anymore.
Exactly. So those are some of my memories. We've got Joan Rory down in the street with an interview, so let's take it down to Joan.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Hey, I thought we'd take a spot on Monument Square because you're going to see something in the background that's a little different than it has been since about 1982. And that is the former Zahn's department store. In a few weeks, it's going to open as a boutique hotel, Hotel Verdant. They've been taking bookings for months. So there's going to be Racine's very first rooftop bar above it. And the people sitting along this site, you obviously see there's been construction, and for months this hotel has been under construction. It's turned over to the owners now, and if you look at their website, incredible pictures of what's to come for this once empty building. And numerous attempts were made to get it up and running again. There was the Imaginarium. And I know that people are watching from across the country that have come from Racine. You probably remember it more as Zahn's department store. So it was in operation until 1970s, late 1970s. Jim Mercier or Pete Sysak can probably give you a better definition. They're Racine's famous historians. But I really wanted you to take a look at what a beautiful sight we see with new business, bringing people downtown. We are a destination, and we need to realize that. Let's get some of our native Racinians to remember the fact that we live in an incredible place. The people who visit us know that. We just need to remember that once in a while. So Hotel Verdant, opening in a few weeks. Next year, we may have some camera angles for you up on the rooftop bar. So if you're in town, please remember to look at that Hotel Verdant and support your downtown businesses. Thanks so much.
Yeah, Trevor and I were talking about the Hotel Verdant quite a bit this morning, and Trevor and I were talking about the Hotel Verdant and its opening, and one of the cities to the south of us have a couple great boutique hotels and everything that goes along with it. But this is going to be a fantastic addition to downtown Racine, and I think everybody that likes to come to downtown and spend a little money. We were talking about the bars and the restaurants. This is really going to be an amazing addition, and there's so much buzz about it. I can't recall the anticipated opening of a business that's been more anticipated than this one in recent past.
Anticipation is building, and pretty soon we're going to be able to enjoy a beverage on that rooftop bar. And I just want to say, Joan hit the nail on the head when she said this is a destination. We're centrally located between Milwaukee and Chicago, historic downtown, award-winning architecture, one of the top 10 freshwater beaches in the country, a diverse population, large enough where you can discover new things, small enough where you know your neighbor. What a special place to be on the shores of Lake Michigan.
Oh, certainly. Yeah, you would be hard-pressed to find any better beaches than we have here in Racine. North Beach, Zoo Beach, beaches to the north of us and the south of us really can't compare with what we have as far as on the lakeshore. One of the best marinas on the Great Lakes. Boat owners will attest to that. So just so many things that, maybe people who aren't from Racine don't realize about downtown Racine.
And I have never been attacked by a shark swimming on the shores of North Beach.
No freshwater sharks.
No.
Okay, well, let's go down to John Pearson down in the street. John?
All right, guys. Yes, it is all about the 4th of July and patriotism, but it's also about the fashion today. And this young lady here is, this is my entire childhood from girls right here. They absolutely turn away, have no interest at all. But let me ask you about this event, the 4th of July, getting everybody down here sometimes can be a challenge. Oh, yeah. Why is it so important, even to the back of her head?
Well, it's just important to celebrate the country's birthday and get together with family and have a good time.
What does everybody look forward to the most? Is there one thing that comes that's the tradition?
Parade and fireworks. Yeah, that's our favorite.
Is there something in the parade that just leaps out at you guys?
I like the military stuff and the marching bands.
All right, well, there's plenty of that coming on, and of course the food is a big part of that. And one thing we can show you, you're going to know for a long time that somebody enjoyed the food at the parade. Happy 4th of July. What do you got to say?
What do you have? Yummy.
Ice cream.
What kind of ice cream?
Hot chocolate.
There we go.
Can you say happy 4th?
Happy 4th.
All right. We're going to stop interrupting this because she's got 3 more to go. Guys.
Did she get any ice cream on your windscreen there, John?
Yeah, I think we're going to be out of a job here pretty soon with our next commentator.
Yeah, she's very comfortable on camera. Speaking of which, when you're watching the broadcast today and you see the QR code come on screen, make sure you snap that. And if you donate $1, if everybody watching the parade donated $1 to the Fourth Fest Committee, we could pay for this parade every year. Of course, the sponsors are important, but those small donations, they add up.
Absolutely. I mean, thinking about the manpower it takes to put on a show like this and the cost of the fireworks and security and making sure that everybody here is having a fun, safe time celebrating Independence Day, that cost adds up. And with the generosity of our sponsors and folks at home, we can make this thing bigger and better every single year.
Yeah, definitely. You know, if you've never been involved in a festival or a community activity, it's really hard to comprehend the logistics that go into something like this. It's not just throwing out barricades and pointing people in a direction that you want them to walk. There's so many things, like you mentioned. You know, security. You know, you need porta-johns. There's infrastructure. There's the police. There's the fire, and those things cost money.
Absolutely. I mean, I had a hard time getting my mic on this morning, and with our staff here that knows technology better than I do, we were able to get this production going.
Yeah, those union guys know what they're doing. Plus, without the donations, we're not going to be able to pay for Trevor's contract next year. So.
Yeah, right. I'm the most affordable thing happening today on the 4th of July.
Well, I don't know. My contract's coming up, and I'm in a contract year, so I'm playing for my contract this year. So. You know, also you can go to the 4th Fest of Greater Racine Facebook page and subscribe there. There's a lot of events that go on, not just the parade every year, but the organization is holding, you know, fundraisers and meet and greets and things like that. There's also opportunities to volunteer if you're so inclined. You know, volunteering for something like this is really rewarding if you've never done it. You know, Trevor and I have both been involved in various things over the years, and just the payback from the satisfaction when the event is done and people have had fun and it's gone smoothly. Sure, there's headaches along the way that you deal with, and you learn a lot about these types of events while serving on some of these boards. So, you know, I would certainly, you know, encourage anybody that has the time and the inclination to, join the 4th Fest board or something like that, something in the community, and you know, you get a lot out of it, and it's really an amazing thing.
Absolutely. And, you know, I think about, again, our incredible sponsors who make this thing happen. S.C. Johnson, a family company, which we all know, living in Racine, is such a pillar of the community.
Certainly.
We're so grateful for them. And when you're done with your burger and your brats and there's a little left over and you put that down the sink, it will be the incinerator in the garbage disposal that takes care of that for you.
Yep, so. They're all going to get a workout today, that's for sure. Along with Educators Credit Union, first stay with the new dentures, Educators Credit Union, the Tavern League, Festival Foods, the City of Racine, and of course the amazing volunteers at 4th Fest of Greater Racine are putting this on for us today.
You know, as a City of Racine guy, I want to take the opportunity to thank everybody who's here from the City of Racine. May it be our fire and police officers, the folks who work at City Hall, DPW, that make sure that the streets are in condition for us to be able to have our incredible floats and cars roll down the street. We are just so grateful for the public servants who work for our community and make an event like this possible.
Yeah, it's incredible. Well, let's go down to Joan with another report for us. Take it away, Joan.
All right, so I'm coming to you kitty corner from the commentator stand at Dewey's, and it's a cornerstone of downtown on the corner of College and Main, or I'm sorry, 6th and Main. Woo, morning brain. So we have somebody that wants to give a shout out, and I'm going to have you introduce yourself and do your shout out.
I'm Cliff Kokevich, and hey, Trevor, that's me again.
Hey,
Happy
Cliff.
4th of July.
Happy 4th, Cliff.
So we're in actually a pretty prime spot. Will you guys be on camera? What brings you here? Why this spot to watch the parade? And who are you?
I'm Chris, and this is Daisy. This is the first spot we got to around the corner. It had an empty table, and we pulled up some chairs, and it seemed like a good spot.
What's the best factor about sitting right here? I know I have one.
Location to see the parade from.
And there's also a bathroom. Say it with me, bathroom. That's when you can claim a prime spot on the parade route, is having access to a bathroom. So lots of people during this downtime between the pre-parade and the parade, and they're still trying to vie for spots, but we are here on the corner of Dewey's, and we'll be back shortly with more people on the parade route.
Well, thank you, Joan. Trevor and I were just talking about some of our favorite spots for Bloody Marys in downtown Racine, and certainly Dewey's is one of my favorites.
Dewey's wonderful. Pepe's is famous for their incredible selection of bloodies. We've got every bar in downtown Racine has a special flavor that they bring to the table.
Sure. Yeah, we're sitting across from Maple Table. They've got an amazing one. I'm sure we're leaving somebody out, but they're all outstanding and do it in their own way. Going back to, we talked about, made in America and, some of the things that have been made in Racine. When I was a kid, we lived near the Horlick plant. And you could always smell the malted milk and the malted milk tablets being made. And, and now they're the old Horlick factory is being turned into some shopping spaces, some living spaces, things of that nature. So a little west of here, not downtown, of course, but just another reason to come to Racine.
Yeah, and Duncan, you really hit the nail on the head. Instead of getting rid of our history, tearing it down and rebuilding, what the city of Racine has decided to do, and a priority of the community, is to keep those buildings, restore those buildings, make them shopping centers, make them apartments, lofts, condos, and you see that all across our historic community.
Yeah. Let's go down to John Pearson.
All right, guys, this event, for it to continue, it has to span generations and some really upbeat guys. You've been asking me where this shows. Why are you so excited to be up front row seat?
Honestly, I think it's because I like to have fame. I don't know. And that's why I like to be on the news.
Okay. Fame, you're going to live forever. Let me ask you, is this by design up here, or did you fall asleep somewhere and somebody played a prank? You look good, but I'm just asking.
I don't know.
What do you want to say on the 4th of July to everybody?
Happy 4th of July.
All right, this is why we have a great future in America. And just to sort of pretend like I'm a breaking news reporter, guys, right here. That ice cream cone is gone. That face is clean, everybody, until the next ice cream cone. Guys?
Well, she kept it off her shirt anyway, so that's pretty good.
That's more than I could do.
Good job.
Yeah, I'd have been wearing most of that.
Yeah, we've got the Sugar Shack right here, so there's no guessing where that sweet ice cream cone came from.
Yeah, it's funny, we were talking about, Racine landmarks and how Racine kind of revitalizes, buildings and things like that, and it isn't for tearing things down. And, my wife and I, whenever we're driving around, she gets really bored of me pointing out, hey, that used to be this, that used to be that, now it's this. And, it's still an interesting, landmark or point of interest. And, she just dozes off and yeah, whatever.
I love that. Yeah, no, the richness here is unparalleled.
Yeah. So while we've got a little bit of a break here, I've got a personal hello, I have to say. My mom, Patty, and all the crew at Lake Oaks Senior Community, just a little bit south of us here, are watching at their location. And glad to have you guys tuned in. Enjoy the show, and we love you.
Well, and now, as you can see, what's happening down the parade route is the 4th Fest Color Guard. And those flags that you see, of course, is the flag of the United States of America, our Wisconsin state flag, and the City of Racine flag, which not many people know we have. And that is really cool to see those 3 flags waving proudly down the street as we begin the parade. We had our pre-parade. Now we're starting the main attraction.
Yeah, the Fourth Fest Color Guard kicks off the parade every year, and as Trevor said, the very cool City of Racine flag. I love that thing. That looks awesome. And coming up behind the color guard, we have the Green Beret Marching Band. The Green Beret Marching Band, under the direction of Jack Schroeder, is proudly entering their 56th season and stands as the only summer musical organization that is devoted to the youth of Rock County. Founded in 1966, the Green Beret Band was formed to provide a positive summer music experience with a focus on personal growth and entertainment over competition, and continues with the same focus to this day.
And here we have Fourth Fest President Wendy Spencer. This is her second term as president. and she has been on the board since 2007. And in her role, she leads the parade committee, which is responsible for recruiting all of the floats in the parade today. And fun fact about Wendy Spencer is she is a distant cousin to Mayor Spencer, who was the first mayor to preside over the Goodwill Parade, which is the tradition that we have here with this grand 4th of July parade in Racine. So some familial connection.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, Wendy knows how to put on a party, as
She
you can
does.
see by this great celebration.
You know, I've had the pleasure to meet Wendy just this past week for the first time all the years that I've been, connected with this broadcast. And, she's one of those people that we were talking about that just devotes so much time to something that's important to her in the community. And that's something that, pays dividends time and time again. You can't put a value on that.
She's a Racine original.
Yeah. And here we have our honorary Grand Marshal, O&H Danish Bakery, and the Olson family. The Olson family has a saying, there's nothing quite as comforting as a slice of delicious Kringle and a cup of hot coffee. Most of the people in Racine can agree with that. O&H is proud to be the Kringle that is designated Wisconsin's official pastry, and O&H Danish Bakery is one of the bakeries that has truly made the Kringle famous. Now, one thing I did not know about Kringle, it takes 3 full days just to make one Kringle.
Oh, well, it's 3 days worth of work.
It
My
absolutely
goodness.
is. And everybody has their favorite flavor. I was talking about my family that comes from Texas. They take a crate home every year.
Wow.
It's amazing.
That is incredible. And look at this boat. I mean, this is like a classic, beautiful 4th of July parade float.
The Viking ship is a staple in their branding. O&H Danish Bakery.
And here we have the boys of 76 bronze float, American Legion Post 310. The boys of 76 bronze float celebrate their 100th year anniversary this year. To celebrate, the float has gone major upgrades, including a fresh platform and a new wall, all made in America, right here in the city of Racine, the theme of the parade today. Spirit of 76 and boys of 76. We're grateful for them.
And here's the Racine Concert Band. The Racine Concert Band is delighted to present its 101st season of free concerts at the Racine Zoo. They kick off the season on Sunday, July 2nd, and wrap up on Sunday, August 13th. The July concerts begin at 7:30, and the August concerts start at 7 o'clock. The band, which is comprised of 41 musicians ranging in age from teenagers to 90-somethings, is led by the group's music director and conductor, Mark Eichner, who this year celebrates his 21st year as the leader of the band.
They know how to march down that parade.
They sure do.
And here we have the Badger, which is a autonomous battery electric vehicle that represents the partnership that the city of Racine has with UW-Madison and Gateway Technical College. And this is an incredible, innovative project that we will at some point hand it down to our wonderful mayor and John and Joan to talk about the project.
All right, a lot of places have royalty. We got Mr. Mayor here, Corey Mason, a little too well dressed for a parade, but other than that, I got no complaints. Talk about this event and being able to have this be a part of your jobs to be in the center of this.
Yeah, this is one of the best days of the year for the city of Racine, right? It's one of the biggest parades in the Midwest, and really people come out and put their best foot forward. We're excited to have some autonomous vehicles and an electric bus coming through, showing the city's innovation. But really, this is a great celebration of family and celebrating our country and our freedom. It's one of the best days of the year. I'm just thrilled to be part of it.
And to have Racine kind of respond to being a showcase, having different things about this town. It's not just Racine. This is a great town with so much happening. To be in the middle of that, talk about how important that is.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, we've long been a city of innovation, right? So to have some autonomous vehicles, self-driving cars, and some electric buses, one of the most renewable bus fleets in the state of Wisconsin, is great. But it's also just the history down here, the diversity of different things that you can enjoy if you come downtown, whether it's the restaurants or whatever else we have to offer. There's so much for people to enjoy and love about the city of Racine. And again, it just shows really, really well on Independence Day.
Okay, and finally, do you go into training for this walk? Because, again, you could have been in a little more casual attire.
Yeah, I got to run to catch up my ride. But yeah, it's over. It's about 3 miles long, so it's one of the longest parades, but it's one of the best parades. So happy to be part of it every year.
It's a less stressful run than running for office.
It is indeed. It is indeed. It is indeed. Thanks,
All right.
everybody. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th. All right, see ya.
Well, and behind the mayor, we saw one of our EV buses, which we are going to have the largest electric bus fleet in the state of Wisconsin, with 4 more on the way. That's almost 40% of our entire fleet.
And don't be shy, Trevor. Tell them what your position is.
Well, I work in the transit department, so we're really proud of that.
You are the transit department. And here we have alderman from the 1st District, Jeff Coe. Jeff Coe is one of Racine's longest-serving aldermen, being newly elected in 2001. He has served almost continuously until today.
Jeff is the downtown alderman, so everybody in downtown Racine knows Jeff Coe.
If you got a problem, call Jeff.
That's right. Oh, people don't need to be reminded of that. They do.
It's unfortunate. They only call him for problems. They don't call him to say, hey, good job.
Yeah, right. And here we have Alder Molly Jones of the 2nd District. Alder Jones is serving her 4th term as alderwoman of the 2nd District. She is retired from CNH after 33 years. What a community advocate.
And Alder Olivia Turquoise of the 3rd District for the City of Racine is joined here with her family and friends. Olivia is a lifelong resident of Racine and was elected this past spring. She's excited to work with the constituents and business owners in her community to build up a great 3rd District.
Alder Davis is having a blast. And here up next, we have Alder Mary Land of the 11th District. Mary has been an alderwoman for 7 years, currently serving her 4th term. Mary serves on the Finance Committee and Parks and Rec, and she is retired from GM. There's a theme here of industry with a lot of our alders serving in our local manufacturing employers, and they are proud of that tradition.
Yeah, definitely. And here's Alderman from the 12th District, Henry Perez. Henry Perez has been continuously serving the 12th District since 2013.
And if you're at a community event, you'll probably bump into Henry Perez. He gets around town and shakes everybody's hand. And here we have Alder Renee Kelly of the 13th District. Alder Kelly is newly elected alderwoman from the City of Racine, representing the 13th District, and she prides herself in being the voice for her constituents. The 13th District encompasses the West Racine Business District, which is a really great part of the City of Racine.
And welcome to the Carriage House Pedal Tour. The Carriage Pub is a great way to tour Racine. It's a non-traditional bike where you sit and pedal in a non-traditional way and enjoy an amazing tour of Racine along the way. Their best description, it's a rolling pub on wheels that you pedal. Carriage Pub has 10 pedaling seats, 2 massive bike seats, and a super comfy bench for more on the back. And if they're drinking and spinning around that much, I think they're going to need the street sweeper.
They are zipping around. And here we have Max Gordon, who is driving his classic 1932 Ford Street Rod. Built in the late 1960s, the 1932 car was preferred way to get around for Bonnie and Clyde. Bonnie and Clyde once robbed the Racine American Bank and Trust Company in Racine on November 20th of 1933. The building now houses the Racine Art Museum, which is the home of one of the largest collection of craft art in the Western Hemisphere. The Tommy gun, actually, that this famous crime happened with, you can find at the Racine Police Department.
Yeah, have you ever seen that? It's pretty impressive.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, the history this town has is fascinating.
Yep.
Yeah, that Carriage Pub is a brand new addition to downtown Racine, and if you're walking the streets, you'll probably see it zipping around with groups having a blast.
Yeah,
and you can reach out to the Carriage House with a group of friends and reserve a time to enjoy a beverage.
Yeah, I've seen those zipping around Walker's Point in downtown Milwaukee, but this is new for Racine.
It is. It is. It's a quadricycle.
A quadricycle. So that's 4, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Which is just
I did my quick ciphering.
A fancy word for most things that move with 4 wheels.
Right.
Are you going to get on one of these bulls later, Duncan?
I don't think that would work too well for me at 58 years old. I'm gonna let somebody else get on that. Why don't you give that a shot?
Yeah, maybe later after the performance.
Yeah, I don't think our insurance for this broadcast will cover that. This is the Senior Moments Performance Group. The Senior Moments Performance Group provides a young at heart, active, and fun collaborative opportunity for members and performers ages 50 plus to engage audience and prove that dancing has no age limit. No experience is required, but all you have to do is have fun. They've included their grandchildren in the parade because they wanted to show the kids age is just a number, and how often can you dance with your grandma in the parade? They practice 3 Thursdays a month and are growing all the time. Go to their webpage for more info and join them.
And speaking of join them, look at Joan. She is having a blast.
Are we coming to me? All right,
We're with you, Joan.
I'm so proud to introduce you to a new dance organization called Senior Moments, run by one of the best, Tammy Radspinner.
Hi, happy 4th, everybody.
Is it a secret you got kicked out of Dancing Grannies and went rogue?
No. They're a great group. We wanted to start something new and closer. So we got a bunch of wonderful women. There's about 30 some of us. Twice a month we meet. Anybody go on our website, you're welcome to join us. No commitment, just fun, and keep moving over 50.
How's it going, Senior Moments? What makes you happy about doing this, Sharon?
Everything. You can, if you make a mistake, there's no problem.
You can go rogue.
Exactly. I mean, you're not yelled at, you're not practice. It's just having fun, making friends.
Perfect. We don't want you running, so we'll let you keep up. Thanks, love.
My friend.
Happy 4th.
Yeah, I have no rhythm, so I envy this incredible group of ladies who are out there having fun.
Well, I think everybody can dance a little bit. Like I always say, I think everybody can sing a little bit.
Well, I wouldn't agree with that.
So you're going to tap out on both those?
I'll tap out on both of those. Everybody except me, baby.
Okay.
I appreciate that. And here we have State Representative Greta Neubauer. State Representative and Democratic Minority Leader Greta Neubauer is walking today in the parade with her friends and family. She is born and raised in Racine and proud to represent this community in the State Assembly. She has attended or walked in the Racine 4th of July parade every year of her life. So that's pretty, get some local cred there.
Yeah, it's dedication. And this is State Representative Tip McGuire, who represents the 64th District. That includes the Racine and Kenosha area, including the villages of Summers, Mount Pleasant, Elmwood Park, and the cities of Racine and Kenosha.
That's a sweet ride.
Yeah, looks like something that was made in Kenosha at the Chrysler plant. Nice convertible LeBaron there.
And there we had State Senator Bob Wirtz, who represents the 22nd Senate District, which encompasses both the city of Racine and the city of Kenosha along Sheridan Road. I like to say that Racine and Kenosha are like the twin cities of Wisconsin.
Very much so.
And Senator Wirtz is representing them both in the Senate.
And you can always recognize Bob by his hat. And here we have probably the traditional float here in Racine. This is the Agerholm Gross Detachment, number 346 of the Iwo Jima float. The Agerholm Gross Detachment of the Marine Corps League float is the first appeared in Racine's 4th of July parade in 1946. The float has been in the parade for the last 72 years consecutively. Members of the Agerholm Gross Detachment are grateful and proud to continue this tradition, and especially to honor those who gave their efforts and life so that we may enjoy the life we live today.
And here we have the Stars and Stripes Honor Flight. Stars and Stripes Honor Flight is a nonprofit organization that flies World War II, Korean, and Vietnam veterans to Washington, D.C. to see their memorials at no cost to them. Stars and Stripes is the Milwaukee hub of the national network of Honor Flight and covers veterans from southeastern Wisconsin area. To date, the organization has flown over 8,000 veterans on nearly 70 flights since 2008. This organization is 100% volunteer with 200 plus volunteers that allow 97 cents of every dollar that goes towards this organization to go directly to that experience for our veterans. Stars and Stripes is continually searching for veterans who have not taken their honor flight yet. The organization has recently opened the opportunity for anyone who has served active duty from World War II to 1975, regardless of in-country or stateside. Thank you for your service.
And whether you've had somebody that's been on the flights or not, try and make it to the departure or the arrival at Mitchell Field. It's really an amazing and moving experience. Everybody should definitely experience that.
And shout out to Jerry Smith, who I know from Wilson's Coffee Shop, who's sitting on that float and a proud member of this great organization.
And this is Congressman Brian Stile from the 1st Congressional District. He represents, he's got a background in manufacturing. Brian is working to grow job opportunities and provide entrepreneurs with the tools to hire and expand, and he's focused on keeping our community safe and making the American dream achievable for everyone.
And here we have Horlick High School Academies. The Academies of Racine Horlick is actually the oldest high school in Racine. Deep in tradition, it's located on the north side of Racine. And Horlick is 95 years old and will celebrate their 100th year in 2028. The academies provide real-world experiences with local businesses and professionals so that students can get that experience both inside and out of the classroom. Business partners include Delta Hawk, Educators Credit Union, our sponsor today, and Haribo, just to name a few. Partner with RUSD Academies and make sure that you can provide our future with the experiences they need to succeed.
And here's the Horlick High School cheer team. The cheer team is comprised of a group of very talented young ladies and men. They not only cheer at football and basketball games, but they're also ambassadors for the school and the entire community.
And if you can hear the song, it's Whoop, There It Is. A classic. Do you know the name of this song?
Is it Whoop, There It Is?
I think that might be it. I think that might.
Not really Lennon McCartney lyrics there, are
no,
they?
but pretty catchy. I will say that.
Right.
Now, I'm a Case Eagle, but Horlick always brings the energy wherever they go.
They sure do.
And here we have Rebel Youth Football. Rebel Youth Football is partnered as a football feeder program to Horlick High School, and they strive to identify and develop quality coaches and players from Horlick's program while emphasizing a strong sense of community pride through the sport of football. Their players take an exciting journey on and off the field from youth to adolescence, and they use football as a platform to teach strong work ethic, character, and pride in teamwork. Your Rebel journey today starts with Rebel Youth Football. Register at rebelyouthfootball.com.
And here's the Horlick High School football team. Horlick boasts a long-standing legacy of formidable football teams, establishing itself as one of the most successful public school programs in Racine and Kenosha over the past 11 years. However, the upcoming year, 2023, presents a unique challenge as Horlick prepares to field its youngest team in recent memory. This follows the graduation of 23 seniors from the accomplished 2022 team. Despite this transition, the current squad has shown great dedication throughout the offseason, fueling high hopes for the season ahead.
That is a new team.
Going to get the young guys some PT and grow that program going forward.
You know, I've seen that that play on the field. I think it's called the worm.
The worm, yes.
One of our great schools in Racine Unified School District.
Okay, well, let's throw it down to John Pearson along the parade route.
I know we try to get away from the monarchy, but we have real royalty here. Jaslyn, who is the Kraut Queen, to have everybody just kind of fawning over you on the 4th of July, what is this feeling like?
It kind of just feels awesome, and just seeing all the little girls that are inspired by me and what I can help them with their confidence is just amazing.
What does the 4th of July, to be a part of, to grow up around here and know how big this parade is and have this moment, what's it feel like for you?
It feels really good, considering the fact this is a huge parade and that I get to be a part of it and I get to state my title and what I want to do, and that just feels really amazing. I'm glad I had this opportunity.
And finally, to win this thing, was there sauerkraut involved? Did you have to do something with sauerkraut, make recipes? What'd you do?
Well, during COVID, we did have to do a sauerkraut ad, and we had to promote sauerkraut and say things like, sauerkraut is so good.
So you just take a spoon and eat sauerkraut at home now?
Yeah, it's just a part of the job.
Fantastic. That's how you become a queen, everybody. Back to you.
Well, I'm in the mood for some sauerkraut. I don't know about you, Duncan.
Put it on a brat, put it on a hot dog, it's all good.
And speaking of royalty, up next we see the Racine Scholarship Organization featuring the one, the only, Miss Racine. And this year, Miss Racine is Margaret Hines. She is a Racine Unified School teacher, and her social initiative is Life Academies. More than a statistic. She plans to use her scholarship money to continue her education and receive a master's education. Additionally, she has implemented an after-school curriculum called Life Academy that helps assist with financial literacy, cooking, and job applications post-high school. That is pretty incredible stuff, and back to the basics to make sure that everybody can succeed. So, as always, we have an incredible Miss Racine, and I believe they're recruiting for the next year's pageant. So if you've got family out there who'd be interested in competing in Miss Racine, Margaret Hines is excited to have someone follow her in the tradition.
When I was in the 5th grade at Lincoln Elementary School way back when, my 5th grade teacher was a runner-up in Miss Racine.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Who I still keep up with on Facebook to this day.
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. And now here we have the entry from the VFW William F. Ehrlich Post of 1391. The VFW Post 1391 is the oldest combat veterans organization in Racine. Established in 1925, they're looking forward to their 100th anniversary of serving both veterans and the community. The things they've accomplished in the past year include visits with veterans in nursing and assisted living homes, talks with students at schools discussing being a veteran and being an American, and they've also volunteered at Racine Raider games. They put on community and veterans mental health fair events. They've supported the Racine Army National Guard unit as well as its soldiers and families, and they've helped pass several laws to help with the health effects of the Gulf War. They've donated items to the tiny houses, schools, assisted living facilities, and conducted a scholarship for high school students.
All right, it looks like we've got a train on the parade route. I'm a big train guy, so I'm proud to introduce 40 and 8 Vulture 410 locomotive. This locomotive was built in the 40s on a 1937 Lafayette frame and is powered by a 1970 AMC Ambassador powertrain. Driven today by Dave Lyons Sr. in honor of his dad, Bill Lyons Sr., and Bob Stuckel, Dave Peterson, Russ Gunderson, and World War I veteran Lawrence Jensen, who all kept it operating for over 70 years.
And here's the Vietnam Veterans of America Chapter 767 entry. The Vietnam Veterans Chapter 767 will represent a combination of the iconic U.S. postage stamp, Vietnam Veterans Memorial, and pictures depicting reflections of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial in Washington, D.C. Many pictures of the wall in Washington, D.C. reflect the reflective aspects, and they believe this representation will be something that Vietnam veterans, their families, and their supporters will embrace and be proud of for years to come. This representation is replacing the traditional bronze 3-man and women's memorial floats that had previously represented the Vietnam vets since 1988.
And here we have the Racine Dragon Boat Club, which has 3 different teams. PPP is an all breast cancer survivor. Motley Crue is a mix team of men and women. And the Racine Bells on an all-women's team was just created last year. And these teams compete nationally and internationally. And that dragon boat tradition lives on strong in the city of Racine. You see them down at the marina, and they are having a blast. I don't think I have the arm strength for that. That takes some serious power.
Yeah, I need some training for that.
Yeah, fortunately they don't have to paddle down the length of this parade, because this is one of the longest parades in the Midwest celebrating the 4th of July.
2.6 miles. It took off from just north of the Racine Zoo, all the way down Main Street over the State Street Bridge, passing us here at Main and 6th, and then continuing south to 14th Street, where it will make a right turn and then end with the end staging area just past Ascension All Saints Hospital.
Oh, look, I think I stand corrected. It seems like they are paddling. They brought their paddles, and they are ready to have fun.
Showing off the stroke.
And they are wishing everybody a happy 4th of July here from downtown Racine, a beautiful sunny day in the most special place on earth.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better day. As we mentioned earlier, since we've been doing this broadcast, we have had nothing but amazing weather every single year. It's been about like this. There's one year where it was, kind of oppressively hot a few years ago, but otherwise it's been perfect. Mid-80s, barely a cloud in the sky, just outstanding weather every year. And here we have the Racine Lutheran High School athletics team. Racine Lutheran High School athletics instilling values, faith, learning, and character and leadership.
And they are right off of Lutke and Spring Street. So if you're driving down, you can wave at them in the new facility that they've got recently built.
Yeah, the facility looks amazing. Nothing like modernization.
And here we have Greater Grace Temple Gospel Singers. And so what we're going to do is just sit back and let you listen to this incredible singing.
Outstanding. And here we have the Knights of Columbus Council 697, 4th Degree Assembly. The Knights of Columbus was founded by Father Michael J. McGivney in New Haven, Connecticut in 1882. Today it is the largest Catholic men's fraternal benefits organization in the U.S. and the world with over 2 million members globally. The Knights of Columbus came to Racine in 1902 with the founding of the Racine Council 697. Today that council is still here, going along with 3 other councils in the Racine area and the 4th Degree Assembly 1207. With over 25 annual donations to local charities, thousands of volunteer hours locally for Racine area parishes, and community programs, they are truly made in America.
The theme of today's parade.
Exactly.
And speaking of made in America, Texas Roadhouse in Racine, legendary food, legendary service. Nothing says more made in America than that incredible cinnamon bread buns that you get from Texas Roadhouse with that butter. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, it's outstanding. And here's Community State Bank. Community State Bank has been locally owned and operated since 1898, and in 2023 will mark their 125th anniversary. You can see the celebratory message promoted on this unique promotional vehicle provided by advertisingtruck.com. To learn more about Community State Bank, please visit them online at csb.bank.
My dad was a member of Community State Bank, and I remember climbing on the chairs just so that I could look over the counter.
And then somebody hand you a dum-dum sucker on the way out?
Exactly. Classic child bank experience.
Exactly.
And here we have the Lighthouse Brigade. The Lighthouse Brigade of Racine was founded in 1980 by Doug Johnson and the Racine Unified School District. The original purpose of the brigade was to extend the music program into the summer months for preparation to pay halftime shows at high school football games. However, the brigade grew into a summer competitive organization that would become nationally acclaimed for excellence. In order to be a part of a summer competitive season, the brigade joined the Mid-America Competing Band Directors Association. Say that 5 times fast.
Right.
And continue to compete in this circuit each summer.
And they're treating us to a Backstreet Boys number. You recognize that? I Want It That Way.
Oh, wow. It wouldn't be a 4th of July parade without a marching band.
Absolutely. And here we have Salmon Unlimited of Wisconsin. Salmon Unlimited of Wisconsin is a 501c3 nonprofit-based city organization promoting sport fishing, youth safety, and environmental outreach programs. It engages in river cleanups, youth flotation, and water safety, and of course the largest freshwater fishing tournament in the world, Salmonorama, and the club brings together the values and passions of our area's fishermen.
So, Duncan, I think you've caught a fish about that big before. Am I right?
I have. And you know, I like sushi, so I just ate it.
You just ate it?
I just ate it. You know.
Well, I hope you took a picture before.
I did.
Good.
I did.
Good.
And Salmonorama coming up July 15th through the 23rd. I've got to give a little plug here. My band, Past Midnight, is playing on the 22nd. So come on by for the best in jukebox hits of the 60s and 70s on July 22nd.
Oh, sweet. And it looks like we've got John over here with the Root River Rollers.
All right, yeah, I've been scared of a lot of women in my day, but I don't think I've ever been more afraid of this group than this group here, the Root River Rollers. Tell me why you're here and what is coming up for this team as they start to encircle us.
Well, we're here for the 4th of July, and we have a boot camp coming up on Tuesday, the 11th. So you should come to Root River Rollers and check us out and join our team.
What do you do for a living? That's the question.
I'm an event manager.
Event manager, and sometimes people are a little demanding, possibly weddings and things. Do you maybe mention this to people?
I try not to. Completely different than my day job.
And when is your boot camp and when does your season start?
So we have awesome coaches that are going to train the skaters to do everything from just standing up from the first time to being able to hit.
All right, well, you got a Root River Rollers, and the only person more intimidating than you might be Joan, who wants to get out there with you, but forgot her roller skates, Joan.
Dang it. But I do have a huge bruise that I could probably claim as a Bell City roller. I mean, that's your trademark, right? How many times on social media have I seen Bell City roller bruises?
And how do people find you, real quick?
So Root River Rollers on Facebook, or you can check us out on Instagram, TikTok, all the things. And we also have a QR code somewhere. But it's
all right, we'll let you get rolling here, guys. All right, Root River Rollers.
Yeah, they when they're out on the track in Memorial Hall, stay out of the way.
I haven't had the opportunity to check it out, but I'm definitely going to.
Yeah, it's an experience.
And here's the Racine Heritage Museum and their Mad Plaid Kilty Honor Band, led by Sergeant Michael Harden, a uniformed Kilty Honor Guard celebrating the Racine's 4th Fest Parade. Mad Plaid Brass is an all-age concert bugle corps from Racine. The group is sponsored by the Racine Heritage Museum and the Racine Kilty Drum and Bugle Corps. Current members include Drum and Bugle Corps alumni from VFW champion Chicago Royal Airs, VFW National Champion Racine Kilties, and the American Blue Notes. Madison Scouts, Skokie Vanguard, Phantom Regiment, Chicago Connection, and the Racine Spirit of 76. Membership is open to anyone, and marching is not required.
And here we have the City of Racine Parks and Rec and Cultural Services. They are an incredible group of young people here from the City of Racine who do great work with the Parks and Rec Department. The programs include the traditional drop-in and register for playgrounds activities, and have RUSD partnerships that extend from grades K through 12.
And I think in the City of Racine, if you lived near any of the local parks, you probably grew up going to a park that had, one of the teenagers that were supervising, all the games and things like that. It's an amazing tradition that continues till this day. And here's another shot of the Racine Heritage Museum Mad Plaid Brass Kilty Honor Guard. Talked about them just a little bit earlier. Their current members include Drum and Bugle Corps alumni from the VFW National Champion Chicago Royal Airs and the Racine Spirit of 76.
I love seeing the Kilties in the parade.
The Kilties are an amazing tradition here in Racine.
They're a fan favorite.
Definitely, no doubt. And, really world renowned. They've won titles all over the world, in the marching band competitions, really unparalleled.
And here we have Optimus Prime. This is our special guest in the parade today. This Optimus Prime was made famous in the Transformers comic book series and then in feature films. Optimus Prime is colored red, white, and blue. We know those colors. And is known as a leader of the Transformers mythology. He is defined by his strong moral character and an excellent leadership skills that is portrayed as a hero in these stories. He's our special guest today, and there's actually quite an inspiring story that we heard early on in the parade today with Joe, who is spreading a positive message, fighting bullying, and being an advocate for children. So to see this in the parade is pretty special.
It's really impressive. They had it in Memorial or Monument Square last night, and you can really get up close and see some of the workmanship on this vehicle. It is really impressive. It's literally breathtaking when you look at it.
And do you know where that vehicle was made? Right here in America.
Right here in America.
Which is the theme.
Sticking with the theme.
Which is the theme of our parade.
which as it rolls by us here is the Racine 4th Fest of Greater Racine Made in America float, keeping with the Made in America theme. The float was originally made for the 2020 parade, but we all know what happened then. And the float is made by the 4th Fest Parade Committee and volunteers and updated every year to feature the theme of the parade.
And here we have Miss 4th Fest 2023, Anna Clementi, a Racine original and favorite. This is Anna Clementi, chosen as the year's Miss 4th Fest. The Mr. and Miss 4th Fest is an honorary title given to an individual who goes above and beyond in their support of 4th Fest through their time and volunteerism. This would not be possible without Anna Clementi and her work. So we want to give her a huge shout out. She's born and raised in Racine and has made this special holiday her calling.
And she's being followed by the Echoes of Camp Randall UW Badger Band. The University of Wisconsin Marching Band was created in 1885 as the Wisconsin Regimental Band. Previously, the University Military Battalion had marched only to a drum, and Battalion Commandant Major Chase stressed in 1883 that there was a need for fife in the drum corps to play for battalion drills. The first band consisted of 11 members, with 2 or 3 more joining before the year ended.
And here we have the bus that brought this marching band to the parade route, which again is a Ride Racine electric bus, one of the largest electric fleets in the state of Wisconsin. And so we are thrilled to have this entry here in the parade, bringing the Badger Band. So we're going to pass it back to John on the street.
Hey guys, real quick, we want to make sure we salute 1175 Sports Park and R&R Club, 2 places that specifically sponsored to get that band here. Great job by them. Andrea at 1175 Sports, I met her a couple weeks ago. She's awesome, and so are they. But having that band here is just so special, and those 2 places, establishments, be sure to support them as they support the band so you can jump around, jump around, jump around.
I see what you did there, John.
Thank you.
And here's Snap-on Tools. Snap-on is honored to be here today with their float made in the USA, designed and built by Snap-on associates and retirees. The float celebrates the men and women who answer the call and move America forward from sea to shining sea.
What a float.
That is a serious float. And I think they had some really great tools to help make that float.
I think so. No shortage. And here we have the Picaro Family Charities, which was formed in 2018 by Picaro cousins in honor of their parents. Their mission, the Picaro Family Charities will strive to continue the Picaro family values of being hardworking, loving, caring, and support various charities, friends, families in their time of need. This will be their 6th year and 6th time being with us doing this incredible work. We would like to thank the community for their generosity in helping us help people in need. That comes right from the Picaro Family Charities themselves. And that's really the spirit of Racine. People from all different backgrounds calling this community their home and wanting to make it a better place. Definitely. You have charitable, kind people who say, we love this town.
Giving back year after year.
What do I hear coming down the parade route, Duncan?
Another Racine 4th of July parade tradition, the 4th Fest of Greater Racine Calliope. For well over 75 years, the 4th Fest Calliope has been in a 4th of July parade tradition in Racine. It was purchased for $200 in 1938. The Calliope was built in Muscatine, Iowa for a local dentist named Walter Doc Guerin. According to the accounts in the Journal-Times, the parade wasn't over until parade goers got to hear the high-pitched circus tunes coming from the Calliope. And, in 2020, when the parade was suspended due to COVID, they got the Calliope out, and the Calliope, rode around neighborhoods and gave a little bit of taste of 4th of July, even though we couldn't all gather. Still able to get the Calliope out and show it off in 2020.
What a great Racine story about resilience and community. That's awesome.
Definitely.
And here we have Jellystone Park Camp Resort. Jellystone in Caledonia is one of Wisconsin's top-ranked destinations, offering a variety of rental options with diverse amenities for any budget, including 340 campsites and 75 cabins. Located just 20 minutes south of Milwaukee in Racine County, it's known for scenic views and kind, friendly recreation where kids love to play in the water park, the jumping pillow, laser tag, fishing ponds, and of course hanging out with Yogi Bear, Cindy Bear, and Boo Boo. So what a fun place to bring the family.
I want to wear that Yogi costume.
Maybe on a colder day. I'm thinking like...
Yeah, today wouldn't be the day for that,
Yeah,
would
I'm
it?
thinking maybe when it's 45 degrees out, I'll go in that thing.
Yeah, you're definitely earning your pay wearing that today.
I worked at the Racine Zoo
Okay.
when I was in college, and on Giraffe Day, International Giraffe Day, I was in the giraffe costume. And oh boy, was it a hot day. But it was worth every minute of it because we promoted a gem here we have in Racine, which is our zoo.
You know, it reminds me of the years I was on the Harbor Fest board. We had a character named Cool Cat, and a very similar thing to the Yogi costume. Unfortunately, I was way too big for the Cool Cat outfit, and I never had to wear it. So that was kind of my out. Nope, don't fit, man.
Well, Duncan, even without the costume, you're a cool cat.
Bless your heart. And here we have the group from the Lutheran Vanguard of Wisconsin. The Lutheran Vanguard of Wisconsin is a parade marching band made up of students from 9 Wisconsin Evangelical Lutheran synods and member high schools throughout Wisconsin. The band was founded in 1978 and over the years has performed in parades and shows in 24 states and 2 Canadian provinces. The Lutheran Vanguard is also very proud to be wearing brand new uniforms for this summer and is marching with their largest membership since 2007.
They really look sharp.
Those are some sharp unis.
I feel like I forgot my clarinet.
I'm a master of all the classroom instruments. You know, the tambourine, the triangle, the cowbell.
I see. You're a percussion guy.
I am, yeah. The little kitty xylophone.
That's
the
awesome.
wood block.
The wood block, yes.
The sand block.
The coveted wood block.
And those of you of a certain age will recognize that song as Joy to the World, a #1 song from 1971 by Three Dog Night.
And those who are younger but with better taste, we also recognize that too.
I was showing off my jock skills there.
That was good. That was good.
I've never introduced that song.
All right, and here we have Racine St. Cat's High School. The St. Catherine's cheer and pom team, led by Coach Lori Perdue, qualified for nationals the past 2 seasons, where they headed to Disney in Florida to compete. How exciting is that? St. Cat's, again, another Racine institution. My grandma is a proud product of St. Catherine's.
Yeah, my mom and my aunt and all my uncles are graduates of St. Catherine's High School.
And speaking of my grandma, thanks for watching at home, Grandma. I know you're paying attention now that you see your alma mater, so this is my time to
Gotta say hi to Grandma.
My best friend.
Awesome.
But we've got marching bands, we've got palm teams, we've got floats, we've got bands, we've got large salmon. I mean, it's incredible.
It's not a parade without the large salmon.
Not here in Racine, that's for sure.
It is not. And here's the entry from Hope City Church. They're showcased by the City of Racine skyline. Hope City Church is in the city for the city. Throughout the year, Hope City Church organizes many outreach programs to fulfill their mission to reach people with hope and filled with the message of Jesus. Volunteers from the church have served the Hospitality Center, the Cop House, We Rock the Spectrum, Meals on Wheels, Faith, Hope, and Love, and many more during their Hope Week events and serve Saturday events. Hope City Church is more than just a place of worship. It's a force that actively engages, uplifts, and supports our diverse community. Hope City welcomes you to join them for a Sunday service at 10 o'clock at Memorial Hall.
And they're rocking out today.
Yeah. So we've been treated to some amazing music in our spot right here today.
You know, nothing beats waving the American flag on the 4th of July.
Oh, right on.
It's pretty special.
Then you got to rock the big Uncle Sam Cat in the Hat thing going on there.
Of course. And here we have Legacy Leadership Academy, which is a distinguished Christian school in Racine, thrilled to announce its debut in Racine's 4th Fest Parade with an awe-inspiring parade float that symbolizes the strength and power they find in a deep connection with God. The float, featuring the school's mascot, a majestic lion, as a central figure, aims to captivate audiences with its profound message of faith and boldness. That is a pretty impressive float, I will say.
That is an impressive lion on that float. And here is Faith, Hope, and Love. Faith, Hope, and Love provides duffels for kids, an emergency bag filled with personal care and comfort items for the children displaced from their home due to abuse, neglect, or a tragedy. These bags are distributed to first responders, hospitals, schools, shelters, and foster care departments across the state of Wisconsin.
And right behind Faith, Hope, and Love is Bethel 22 Job's Daughters International, which was founded here in Racine in 1938. This is a youth group for girls from ages 10 to 20, and there are chapters called Bethels in U.S., Canada, Australia, Philippines, and Brazil. Job's Daughters is a premier organization for young women that teaches the values of leadership, public speaking, charity, respect for parents and elders, and, of course, teamwork.
And this is the Greg LaFerny Jr. Memorial Float. In memory of her son, Greg LaFerny Jr., Sherry Thomas presents the last classic truck he built and marks the 7th year of his death in 1989. He did the parade every year, escorted by Mike Knisley, Sherry Anderson, Grandpa Gary Anderson, and his brother Cole Thomas. And we're going to go to Joan down on the parade route.
Right on. Well, not only am I honored to serve in a capacity of this broadcast, but I'm also honored to be vice president of the board for our homeless shelter, Halo. And riding along in the van next to me, community advocate extraordinaire J.J. McAuliffe, Joey Charo, and I think it's Bob in the back there. So they compromise. We've got a couple of presences in the parade today, and just so proud to know the team at Halo, and so proud of knowing the fact that this organization really supports the underserved in our community. JJ, why is it important for you today to be in the band?
Well, when they asked me, I couldn't say no because, you know, how do I say? I'm privileged. I have a good life, and it breaks my heart. I love this community. And I just want to do whatever I can. I'm honored to be here. I'm honored to be asked, and I'm privileged, and so I want to give back to my community.
Right on. You can also see JJ most Monday nights serving a hot meal out of the Hospitality Center for First Baptist. But again, an organization that is so sorely needed and supports the underserved in our community. So good job, guys. Keep fighting the good fight.
Thanks, Joan. Trevor and I were wondering when our pal J.J. McAuliffe was going to show up.
JJ, another Racine institution.
Absolutely.
You know it's going to be a good nice cold glass of beer when JJ is serving it. And next up, we have Ziegler Honda here in Racine, which has been in the area for around 2 years. And they are all happy to be here in the Racine community, and they hope that Racinians choose Ziegler for their car needs. And they wish everybody here a happy 4th of July. And there's Uncle Sam. We've been waiting for him, and here he is.
Uncle Sam's been grooving on a little too much. Well, I was looking at the inflatable guy. I thought that was the Uncle Sam. But nope, there's the other. There's the real Uncle Sam. I was going to make a comment about Uncle Sam's weight till I saw the skinnier Uncle Sam.
Yes. Well, they really complement each other.
Or was he hiding behind the fat Uncle Sam? I don't know.
Well, you could see the other Uncle Sam's moving a little faster.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Digging on the fried chicken a little too much on 4th of July.
All right. It looks like we've got some sweet cars here.
Yeah.
I wonder where those are from.
Probably something from the used lot there at Ziegler.
Ziegler Honda of Racine. Pretty sweet.
And here we have Cheryl McCrary. Besides being a recording artist and the lead vocalist in her band, Cheryl is also a former pageant queen ambassador who has represented local and international pageants. Her husband, Mike, is the band's drummer, along with Steve, their keyboard player. This is their 18th year in the parade. Cheryl sang the national anthem to step off today's parade and has been a staple in our parade for many years. So thank you for your dedication, Cheryl.
I'm crashing. You know I'm related to Grace Wilson.
Okay. With thanks to Lee Greenwood there, Cheryl McCrary covering God Bless the USA. And here's the Racine Curling Club, rocking the roaring game since 1954. The Racine Curling Club is the city's only ice facility. The Racine Curling Club was established on March 2nd, 1954, with 26 charter members playing outside at places like Horlick Field, the Root River, and Armstrong Park. The Racine Curling Club today provides wintertime activities for over 150 adult and youth curlers throughout Wisconsin, southeastern Wisconsin, and northern Illinois. Now, being of Scottish descent, that's where curling originated, and I've never tried it. I've always wanted to try curling.
I thought it had something to do with your hair.
Well, that's a natural thing. That's a genetic gift.
All right, actually it's Joan here at the commentator's stand, and we're going to throw it down to John on the parade route.
All right, when I saw the Racine Curling Club as a part of it, I thought this was a hair salon specializing in perms, but this is much cooler.
It is.
What's your name?
My name is Paula.
All right, why are you supporting this? And tell me about the curling club.
Well, I've been a curler my family's been a curler. I've been a curler for probably 25 years. And we have a great crew, and we thought this might be fun to do the parade.
How do people find you?
We're on Facebook. We have a web page. Any and all, and we have the QR codes. So that goes directly to the curling club.
All right. I don't know if curlers are fast. So she's got to catch her people, but
I can do that.
All right. Racine Curling Club, look it up.
Thank you, John.
What I'm going to do right now is point out the fact that they won the Roy Spencer Award for the judges that judge parade floats and parade entries. And fun fact, because everybody in Racine is related to everybody,
Pretty much.
I am related to Roy Spencer by virtue of my Aunt Jane Spencer of the Dick and Jane Mayers family. So a quick shout out to the Spencer family, the Mayers family who may be watching. But yeah, Roy Spencer was a mayor. Trevor brought it up earlier.
Right.
And we're all related in this community.
It seems that way. And here's the Racine Truth basketball program. The Racine Truth basketball program's mission is to instill the ideals of teamwork, good sportsmanship, self-improvement, competition, and work ethic in the youth of our community. They want to develop the sport with the attributes in our youth that will prepare them for the challenges of life. Their goal is to educate their community's youth all about the aspects of basketball, promoting the life lessons that basketball generates, as well as promoting good health and high activity levels to all their participants.
Pretty incredible parade so far.
It's an amazing parade, and it's going way too fast.
It is going fast.
I looked at the book here, and I was like, wow, we are really deep into this thing already. And just another representation here, the Racine Truth basketball program, of the great community groups that serve the youth here in Racine. Give them, activities, teach them life lessons that they can carry out throughout, their entire lives.
Yeah, it's so important to have those organizations in our community that give back, which is a good segue to the next entry, which is the Brew City Corvette Club. The Brew City Corvette Club of Milwaukee, established in 1995 by Alex Alexander, Marshall Patterson, and Terrence Roming. The president at present is Thomas Muix. They're a nonprofit organization that donates to Children's Hospital, back-to-school programs, and retired veterans. Let's give it up for our veterans today of all days.
As I mentioned earlier with classic cars, I love to look at classic cars, but it would just be a waste for me to own one. Just because I wouldn't know the first thing about maintaining it.
And Trevor here, good to be back. Thank you, Joan, for being everywhere on the 4th of July. Miss 4th of July here.
And let's go to John along the parade route.
All right, well, here in the Corvette Club here, I've been watching everybody. You had the best head bob going. Can you talk about the key to a good head bob as you're driving the coolest car around?
You just got to stay on rhythm. You stay on the beat.
And you sit at home practicing this? Is this all natural?
It's all natural.
All right. What does this parade mean to you guys? That you could be cruising your car around anywhere. Today, why do you want to be a part of this?
I think for me, it's showing other people that they can have these cars too. That it's not just like we're just regular everyday people.
Absolutely. What an amazing day.
Yeah.
All right. So guys up there, watch her closely if you want to get the head bob down. This is the queen. This is the queen right here.
That was a great message about everyday people. Today we're all Americans.
We sure are.
Some just with cooler cars.
And these are a lot of really late model Corvettes here. You're not seeing a lot of the Stingrays from the early 70s. These are late model vets.
Yeah, well, they've got some.
They still
get up and go.
Amazing, all amazing, just the same.
Now these are not your late models. These with the doors swinging open like bumblebees.
Yeah, these are some definitely custom vets.
Yeah, pretty incredible.
Of the Jaws theme on that one, you gotta like that.
One of those things you don't have to worry about in the great city of Racine with its North Beach
right.
is, what you see on that Corvette.
And here's the entry from Racine's St. Vincent de Paul Society. The Racine St. Vincent de Paul Society has been serving Racine County for 89 years. They have a food pantry and a weekly hot meal program. They help families with rent and utility assistance. They also have a baby closet to help mothers in need, and they run 2 resale thrift shops, one in Racine and one in Waterford. Many Racine families have been helped by their ministry, and they welcome community support, corporate sponsors, new members, and donations.
One of the catchiest theme songs that you hear on TV is the St. Vincent de Paul commercials. You're going to love it. You're going to love it all.
You're going to love it all.
When you shop at St. Vincent de Paul. Good things, old things, here for you. They're always changing. They're always new.
That's almost good as the 1-800 Cars for Kids.
Right? And here we have our Park High School cheerleading team. The 23-24 Park cheerleading team is performing their parade routine. The team is coached by Cheyenne Howard, and the captains are Savannah Sanchez, Emily Belkin, and Giselle Epps. We're really fortunate in Racine to have such great high schools between Park, Horlick, Case, Walden, the real school. They really, through Racine Unified School District, produce the best and brightest.
Yeah, fantastic. You know, we're talking about some of the traditional high schools and where our families went. On my dad's side of the family, everybody went to Park. On my mom's side, they all went to St. Cat's. On my dad's side, they all went to Park.
I think that's one of the first conversations any Racinian has with another Racinian.
Right.
Is, where did you go to high school? You know you're from Racine when it's like that's the first question you ask.
Yep. And let's see. Okay, we did the cheerleading team, so they're coming by us here.
Yeah, my family is divided. I've got some Park Panthers. I've got some Horlick Rebels. I'm the outlier, being a Case Eagle.
Okay. Yeah, both my kids went to Park.
And here we have the Academies of Racine at Park High School. The Academies of Racine at Park is home to 9 pathways. In the entry, they have representation of the Health Service Pathway, Business and Culinary Arts, and JROTC. This, again, is an incredible example of the partnership that the school district has with employers in the region to make sure that kids have those experiences inside of the classroom and outside of the classroom, so that they get those skills and become productive, contributing members of society.
Certainly, get them a head start on what their life after high school is, and not every kid is set for college. So there's definitely ways to make a living and contribute to society other than just heading off to college as soon as you graduate. So many opportunities available, and these programs show those kids where they are.
Yeah, I'm impressed by these buggies they have here.
Yeah.
Whoa, zippity-doo-dah over here.
Got to restart the big wheel.
So you said you had 2 kids who went to Park?
Yeah, my son and daughter both went to Park, and I didn't go to high school here in Racine, so I don't have that experience of going to a Racine high school. But had I, would have gone to Horlick.
Ah, that's right, Carlisle.
Yep. More of the group from Park High School. Okay. We're going to take a break here and hear from our friends at Festival Foods. Big thanks to Festival Foods, our sponsor today. They'll be sponsoring the fireworks tonight down at the lakefront that you can see on our Fourth Fest YouTube channel. Also a big thanks to the City of Racine, Educators Credit Union, and the Tavern League of Wisconsin, along with the City of Racine.
You know, I love the name of our sponsors. You've got your independence level, your freedom level, your liberty level, your patriot level. And if anybody is interested in becoming a sponsor of Fourth Fest of Greater Racine, visit their website and let them know that you want to support this really important effort.
Absolutely. All right, let's throw it down to John, who's surrounded by a lot of energetic young folks.
Well, we sure hope so. It is the 4th of July, which means about midway through the summer, but these guys have already been working out for the fall. Practice is coming up for Racine Park's football team. Tell me what it's looking like right here. And the 4th of July means maybe a little less potato salad, a little less bad food in the diet. What are you doing?
Really just having fun, just really to put on for the city and stuff. You know, just to show out, have fun and all that.
What do you see? What do you see for this year? I think there's a lot of high hopes of this team, and there's enough guys that are bigger than me that I'm a little scared of you.
We're going to state. You hear me? We're going to state. We're going to state.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Because we're the best team in Racine.
Best team in the nation.
Best team in the nation, really.
Best team in the nation.
That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
You know, right before I started this, I said, are you guys shy at all? Apparently, best team in the nation answers that.
Look at them. We ain't shy.
All right, we're going to break it down. Break it down.
Yeah, look at those smiles. That was awesome.
So they're getting ready for, I don't think they do two-a-days anymore in these parts for football, but certainly getting ready for the season.
Well, you know, if they bring this energy to the football field just as they're bringing it to the parade, I have no doubt that they will be successful.
Yeah, good season ahead. You know, Racine has always produced, strong football programs. You go back to, the 80s and even the mid-2000s when, Park was winning state championships and producing, athletes that went on to play at, Division I college level and had a little taste of the pros. And so certainly really, Racine has a great, football tradition, no doubt.
They wouldn't even let me be the water boy, so I can't speak to that from personal experience. But I think you're right. Racine has a strong tradition of athleticism and
absolutely
getting that ball from one side of the field to the other.
Yep. And the Park High School Pink Pantherette Majorette step team was mixed in with the football players there, so probably marching along with their brothers and whatnot. Oh, actually, my mistake. They are coming up just behind us here.
Yeah, look at those outfits. My goodness. Everybody looks so great today. This is fantastic.
The Park Pantherettes Majorette Step Team is a new entry this year and a new program at Park High School. Their student body requested the program, and one of their staff members stepped up to lead it. The team is coached by Dominique Cobb.
They've got the moves. One of the things that I think most about when I see these young people go down the parade route is that Racine's future really is bright.
It really is. You see a lot of kids with enthusiasm for the community, participating in schools, and we talked a little bit about that off the air. How it's important for kids to participate in school, whether it's sports or music or drama or debate or anything like that. It's just important for kids to participate, make the most of their high school years.
The dream is Racine, and we've got young people who are making that dream a reality.
Certainly.
I've got a bunch of Racine puns that we're going to be using throughout this parade.
Okay. I can hardly wait.
Yeah, right. We're entering a renaissance here in town, or as I like to say, a Racineissance.
Ah. And you didn't do the French pronunciation, the Renaissance.
Yes, the Racineissance.
Racine's Renaissance.
And here we have the Zembo Temple 70. Prince Hall Shrindom embraces all the basic fundamental concepts of the Masonic order, but is more colorful with a broader spectrum of visibility by the manner in which it dispenses charity in the community and care for its own. There are over 270 constituent temples throughout the world, with a membership of over 25,000 and growing. So great to see the Zembo Temple number 70 here, our local guys here in Racine.
Yeah, they're here every year, sporting the blinged out fezzes.
I don't think I could pull that off, Duncan. That would be hard.
No, I don't think so either.
Well, you didn't have to agree so
quickly.
Well,
I mean, I was speaking for myself.
Oh, I see.
It wasn't a comment on you. And we've got some of their support team coming up behind the Zembo Temple.
Yeah, a motorcade-like situation.
Absolutely.
Very presidential.
They're important folks. Uh-oh. I can see the Raiders coming up down the block a little bit. We got to make sure everything that isn't locked down is secured. We get stormed every year here on the stage.
The Raiders are not a shy team.
No.
All those championships.
No, I wouldn't be either. All the beatings they deal out. And here we have the Voices of Black Mothers United of Racine County. The Voice of Black Mothers United works directly with families impacted by violence in partnership with Racine County, providing advocacy, community, family intervention, and promotes positive policing.
Such beautiful work, an incredible cause, and it's great to see them out here today on this beautiful 4th of July.
Yeah, extremely important work.
And now it looks like we've got some familiar faces here with the Raiders organization. The Raiders Football Club has been a fixture in the community since 1953. They're a nonprofit organization which is involved in many area schools, and the parades today are players, coaches, board members, and staff. Everyone in the organization is a volunteer because they know that this is important to the community, and it's also a blast. They want to give a big thank you to the community for supporting them in their continuous years of winning seasons. Duncan and I, growing up on Carlisle, we know the Raiders well.
Oh, absolutely. And here they come.
Hey!
Here comes our brothers from the Racine Raiders. All right, boys.
All right, we've got the Racine Raiders.
Happy 4th of July, fellas.
Hey, look at this. We've got the Racine Raiders.
All right, boys.
All right. Every Saturday at 7 o'clock. Oh, my God. They are undefeated. Yes.
He said
Absolutely.
Well, man.
Absolutely.
Right on.
You guys are rock stars.
Yeah, hey, buddy. Future Raider right here, this guy.
Wow. Well, no lack
we
of
look forward to that
excitement.
every year. And as Trevor was saying, growing up on Carlisle Avenue, we certainly went to our fair share of Raider games over the
Yes,
years, and
we
actually
did.
I've gone recently. I love a Saturday night out at Horlick Field for a Raider home game. You can't beat it.
Well, and the history of that field is pretty incredible too.
Absolutely.
Knowing that the first time the Packers played the Bears was there.
Right.
Knowing that League of Their Own, which is based on the Racine Bells, that they played there. I mean, it's an incredible place.
It really is. And here we have the Racine Warriors Boxing Club. The Racine Warriors Boxing Club has been training children for the last 6 years in Racine. They've produced a few national champions and countless state championships. They train out of the Tyler Domer Community Center on 12th Street, and they've served over 200 students in the very short amount of time, and they have a traveling team that consists of 12 boxers that travel throughout the nation.
They're swinging. The exercise and endurance that you get from an activity like boxing, it's, I would imagine, pretty unparalleled.
Yeah, no doubt.
I have a hard time, breaking a graham cracker when I'm making s'mores, so I can't really say much about the...
All right, we're going to head down to John Pearson, who's got some of the kids from the Warrior boxing team.
All right, Antonio Gardino joins us here, and let's talk about this. What is the program about? I mean, talk a little what it brings to these kids.
It brings a secure home for the inner city kids to come and be able to come after school and got something to do. They don't have to be going out with their friends. They can actually come and have friends at the gym and keep them on the right track is the main thing that we're aiming for. A lot of these kids actually compete. A lot of them are beginners, but the good thing that we got a good program is growing, and that's exactly what we need for the community.
Compare the training that goes into going in several rounds to a 2.6-mile walk, showing you all this spirit here. How much spirit is in this group?
Oh my God, they're 100% all full heart. They definitely have the ability to conquer anything that they want to.
All right. And, how afraid of you should I be?
Not very much, not too much.
How great is to have a program like this, to have somewhere to go and do something like this?
I mean, I really love doing this very much.
All right, well, good job. Thanks for doing all you're doing for these guys. And anybody want to say happy 4th or anything? All right, guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Hey, let's take a second to thank some of our amazing sponsors here of 4th Fest. Festival Foods, the City of Racine, Educators Credit Union, and the Tavern League of Wisconsin. We'd also like to thank SC Johnson, one of our amazing employers here in Racine, as well as Incinerator, another amazing employer here in Racine. So thank you very much for your support over the years. 4th Fest doesn't happen without their generosity.
And to learn more about how you could contribute to this effort, please visit 4th Fest of Greater Racine's website. And here we have Fineo Incorporated, a local nonprofit that has been serving Racine and surrounding communities for over 10 years through different individual and family building programs, but mainly through its largest program, Kingdom Mana Food Pantry. They recently received funding through a recent Grow Racine mini grant to establish the Mobile Munchies Pantry, which provides free lunches, snacks, and other essentials for youth in our community that are facing food disparities.
And let's head down to Joan, who's on the parade route.
Everybody, it's Joan here. I'm walking along Sweatshop Movement. If you don't gain energy from this group, from just being near them, you're not in the right spot. So I want to introduce you to Coach Erica. Coach Erica, this is your dream, your vision. Tell me what is important for you to be here today.
It's important for us to be out here dancing in the parade. These kids work really hard all year. This is one of their bigger performance opportunities for their community. They do a lot of stuff out of state, but they don't always get to perform for their friends and family. And this, they see everybody, their teachers, their family, everyone, and it's super fun every year.
Super excited to know Erica. She brings her A game with these kids every time they perform. And like I said, the energy is just so palpable. So Joan here, sweatshop movement, and I'm going to turn it back to the guys at the desk.
Thank you, Joan.
Joan is right on when it comes to identifying this group as one of the unique crews in town that brings the rhythm, the rhyme, and the dance moves unparalleled in our area. They're great.
Yeah, they've had the opportunity to perform at Bucks games and Summerfest and our own Party on the Pavement. We're talking about Racine events and parades and whatnot. Party on the Pavement in September is something that everybody looks forward to here in Racine.
Absolutely, and Sweatshop Movement even was featured in the City of Racine's Ride Racine electric slide music video.
Oh, how cool is that?
Premiering the electric buses, which was fun.
That's very fun.
And I think they recently went to Los Angeles to compete in national competitions even.
Okay.
So bringing Racine's skill across the country.
And here we have the Ace Soccer Club. You can read all about them at acesoccerclub.org. They were founded in April 2009 by the Toscano family. ACE focuses on functioning like a family and are focused on a sense of community, teamwork, and collaboration. ACE offers programs from grassroots, from U4 to U7, Academy U8 to U10, and Select and Premier U11 to U19. Read up on them at acesoccerclub.org.
And if we were back in Scotland, they would say football.
Football, yes.
But it's the 4th of July, and it's the United States.
We say soccer
so
here,
we
man.
Say soccer.
In America, it's soccer.
That's great. Well, what a great outlet for young people to be able to, whether they want to dance or play soccer,
Yep.
You've got all the options right here at the 4th of July parade.
Yeah, I think most people will tell you that there's nothing like really being part of a team, whether it's a sports team or a dance team or something where you're working toward a common goal. You're all working together. You're drilling together. You're practicing. You're learning together. There's nothing like that. I'm such a huge advocate for any type of team activity.
Like announcing the parade.
Like you and I, and John and Joan.
What a team.
And the camera crew and Andy up there in the bucket.
And speaking of team, again, we want to thank all of our volunteers who make this Fourth Fest parade happen. The Fourth Fest of Greater Racine Committee does incredible work. And the planning for next year's parade will start July 5th.
Exactly.
It is an all-year effort.
As soon as the street sweepers come up, they're planning for next year.
That's right. Which, by the way, I love the street sweepers. And thank you again to the City of Racine, DPW, for taking care of our beautiful community.
And you really, it's an overused phrase, but, labor of love is really what you feel when you're part of something like the Fourth Fest Committee. And it's just a handful of people. It's really not that big of a group that do something like this, and the amount of energy and dedication and hours that go into this, really, if you haven't done something like this, it's really difficult to fathom what goes into an event like this.
It really is. And here we have the Real School High School Band. The Real School High School Band is made up of Real School students, grades 9 through 12. And although band is a class for credit during the school year, summer activities such as this are strictly voluntary by band members and the director. So major props to these students for playing us home. And the Real School Band has been in the Fourth Fest parade these last 10 years, so they are on a streak. And along with Fourth Fest, the Real School Band has recently made appearances at the Holiday Parade, the St. Patrick's Day Parade, the Memorial Day Parade, which is City of Parades here in Racine, and Great America. So congratulations to Kurt, the principal, and the Real School community for making this possible.
treating us to a little Chicago Saturday in the Park. You know, I have a theory. Saturday in the Park, to me, is probably the song that I've heard the most in my life. Not that it's my favorite song, but I think radio, grocery stores, anywhere else, Saturday in the Park by Chicago is probably the one song that I've heard the most in my life.
I will say, I do want to buy appliances and groceries when I hear this song,
Yeah.
so that makes sense.
And here we have the folks from the Hope Safe House. Hope Safe House is a local nonprofit animal rescue. They rescue hundreds of dogs and cats of all ages each year. Check out their Facebook page or website, hopesafehouse.org, for more information and upcoming events.
And here we have Racine Miss Latina Scholarship. The Miss Racine Latina Scholarship Organization is a local affiliate of the Miss America organization. This nonprofit organization is a unique way for women to earn scholarships, grow their networks, learn valuable life and career skills, and make a difference within their community. So it's great to see Miss Latina Racine here, waving to the crowd, soaking up the sun on this beautiful July 4th.
Yeah, we talked about the weather before. It is perfect down here. You know, a little breeze coming off the lake. Even though I chose to wear a black shirt today and I'm not undercover like I thought I'd be, I'm not terribly uncomfortable, which is good.
No, it's the beautiful Racine breeze.
Yep. And here we have the folks from La Tapatia. La Tapatia Mexican Restaurant has been a beloved establishment. It's serving delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine to our community for over 40 years. La Tapatia is proud to share their culture with the Racine community. Laura Davalos, their cheerful owner, leads the way on his beautiful horse alongside his children and grandchildren, always showcasing their amazing horseback riding skills on their breathtaking Egyptian, Babson, Arabian horses. La Tapatia has contributed to Racine community in many ways, and the 4th of July parade has been their pride and joy. You know, and this is another traditional event here in the 4th of July parade, the horses from La Tapatia. And, you know, we talked about, you know, the diversity of cuisine in Racine, too. La Tapatia, my go-to taco in Racine.
Same here, same here.
Can't beat it.
Well, and if they can make tacos as well as they can make these horses dance, then this is quite an impressive entry in the parade.
They got it going on.
They've got it going on. Yeah, one of my favorite entries in the parade every year, La Tapatia.
Yeah. And I'm not a horse guy, but I always worry about, you know, you got the kind of slick pavement, you got their hoofs. Are they, you know, if they've got their shoes on, are they going to slip and fall? I always worry about that, the way they dance around. But, you know, you've got some experienced riders here, so I'm sure they've thought of that.
Yes. This isn't their first rodeo.
No, so to speak. Or parade.
Yes. And here we have Realty Dreams, which is a brokerage run by a local family as a real estate firm who helps with buying, selling, and renting properties. Their team of agents has a deep knowledge of the local market and is committed to helping their clients achieve all of their real estate goals. Realty Dreams. I recently bought a home in West Racine, and you know, there's again something really special. Not just about
I love West Racine.
about, you know, downtown and the beautiful business districts that we have, but even the neighborhoods and the character that our houses have.
Absolutely. You know, each neighborhood has its own unique architecture, and certainly a lot of those homes in West Racine have theirs.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And let's head to John down on the street.
Yeah, there are inspiring stories, exciting stories, but this is both right here as Amanda Roman joins me. And let's just talk about this Youth Development Center, exactly what you're doing and why it's so important to make sure everybody knows about it.
Absolutely. So this is a major construction project in Racine County, and Dominic Consulting is contracted to engage the community to get contractors and all of its residents involved, making sure that minorities and residents benefits from major projects like this.
What is going to happen there? What are you going to focus on at the center once it is there?
It is for to reduce recidivation for, they don't want to put juveniles in jails.
Right.
They want to help with mental health and training and things of that nature to increase likelihood of being employed and things like that afterwards.
Okay, finally, to see the response here, people hopefully are going to see it and like start looking it up, use that Google machine and all that.
It's our QR code.
Okay. What is that? If they can't see the QR code, what do you see?
You can look up on Racine County or follow our page at Domina Consulting Inc. and we've got all the information on our page, how to get involved and what's going to happen with the project after.
All right, Amanda, and yes, she not only does she care, she's a marketing wizard too. Yes. Bye. Thanks.
Thank you, John, and thanks to the folks from Domina Consulting.
What a great cause to make sure that everybody's included on projects and make sure that every effort here is a local effort that benefits the community.
Certainly.
And with all the development that's happening around town, it's great to have an organization like this to make sure that our local residents benefit from that work. A beautiful 4th of July day in downtown Racine is resulting in a great parade.
And here are the folks from Advanced Garage Door Service. Advanced Garage Door Service is celebrating 30 years of residential and commercial needs to Racine and its neighboring communities.
Another great example of Made in America. Just like our sponsors, SC Johnson Incinerator, we've got great companies like Advanced Garage Door Services and Andis Company Corporation that produce great work and great services. The Andis Company is a 4th-generation family-led business and market leader in barbering, styling, and animal grooming, based right here in Racine. Founded in 1922, Andis is celebrating its 100th year anniversary this year. The company designs and produces clippers, trimmers, and styling accessories used by both professionals and folks, do-it-yourselfers, as they say, across the globe. My dad's a hairstylist, so he's used only Racine products, Andis.
Oh, nice.
And proud of that.
And here are the Slingshots of Kenosha. They're a group of men who love riding their slingshots around town and to other places and all around the country. They are a group of veterans, city workers, business owners who enjoy their free time on their slingshots. Now, I'm a Harley rider, and I love my Harley, but I would love to ride one of these. I've always just had such an interest in just once, taking it out, seeing what it's like. They look amazing. Look like a lot of fun to really ride.
Yeah, what a blast.
Yeah.
What color would you get?
You know, I kind of dig this green one or this yellow one.
Okay.
This black and yellow. I like bright colors.
A bright color for a charismatic set of wheels.
Yes. And they're titled as motorcycles.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And actually, this week I saw my first one on the freeway. This week, prior to this week, I've only seen them on city streets, and I always wondered, what they rode like on the highway. And saw one on the highway, and
they were keeping up and zipping.
Not a problem.
So you're a Harley guy, huh?
I am, and we had the Racine chapter of the Racine Hog chapter come by in the pre-parade earlier today, and maybe try and get out on the bike a little later today after we get out of here.
Oh,
So.
the Hog. Tell me more about the Hog.
Well, the Hog chapter is there's chapters all over the country, and then there's a national Hog chapter, and kind of in each community there's a Hog group that runs out of a local dealership. And they just get together for rides, and a lot of them do charitable things and stuff. It's a club, it's a little riding club. So they're really a lot of fun. The Hog chapters. Did we lose sound?
All right, we've got a group of young people here who are marching the parade. They love this stuff. They've got their pom-poms.
My sound is out, guys.
So we've got some young athletes here, followed by Case High School's academies. The Academies of Racine Case offers hands-on experiential learning to help students discover new skills and career opportunities after high school. They are above the state average in percentage of students taking advanced courses, earning dual credit, earning industry-recognized credentials, and participating in youth apprenticeships. Case High School's academies have partnerships with local businesses in town, just as excellent curriculum in the classroom with the IB program.
I got no sound. He does, I don't.
Proud Eagles flying high. So I remember marching the halls at Case High School, and it was just a great educational experience. And to be able to see my alma mater walk in the parade today and see faculty and staff, proudly marching, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. And I believe we've got Cassie Crans, the principal, who's walking down the street here, waving at the crowd. Mr. Malacara, other staff there. And we've got the dance team here for Case High School Racine. The robotics that they're working on is the robotics of dance. And so they're really rocking it here. So the Case High School dance team is coached by Crystal DeBaker and Julia Atkins. Case Dance performs at all home and football and basketball games, as well as participates in many community events. And so they do excellent work getting the crowd going when the athletes are out there.
So he can hear you just fine. Yeah. What happened. Okay. So he says, yeah, like every time you're saying, yeah, I can't hear anything.
Then it looks like we've got the Palm team here. So Case varsity cheerleading team coached by Michaela White and Gabby Camera.
Okay.
Case cheer performs at all home games and really gets the crowd going for the athletes who are on the court or on the field. And we are going to send it on over to John.
All right, at the risk of injury, because I think Park nearly hurt our camera guy, Andy, and me last time, but let's talk to you guys. The Case is getting ready for this season here. How you feeling, and how close does it feel right now?
Man, we feeling great, man, we just coming together, man, and we just finna lock in and show the city what we got.
Okay, being in the part of this, it's almost a marking point here, but you guys have been working. There is no off season anymore. How you feel, how's it coming together? These guys are not shy, I can see that, but talk about where it's at right now.
Man, we in a good spot right now, that's all. Just we in a good spot right now.
I need some insight. What do you think?
Oh
no, she took it away.
I will say I'm turning out. Case football's me something to see this year. Come out on a Friday night and check us out. No doubt about it.
All right, let's see some leadership skills. Can you break it down for me?
All right, slow clap. Slow clap.
Hey, Eagles on 3, 1, 2, 3, Eagles!
See, they did it at high energy and didn't hurt anybody. That's good stuff. All right, good job, Case.
Go Eagles. Yeah, what's great about Case High School is they've got their athletes who excel just as much in the classroom as they do on the field, which is wonderful to see, and we're really proud of Case being here with us today. And speaking of Case being with us here today, what is happening right now? They are storming the stage.
Looks like we're going to have some of the seniors coming up.
All right, we've got the Eagles here. All right, everybody, we've got Case High School's Eagles crew here, and they are working the crowd. They are all over the place. Do you guys like winning? They love winning. Do you guys love the 4th of July? So we've got a good crew here, and they're wishing everybody a happy 4th of July. So from us here in downtown Racine and Case High School's football team, we're really excited to be here today. Thanks, guys, for visiting.
Let them hear you, seniors. All right, thanks to the Case High School Eagles for dropping by. And here we have Restmore Incorporated. Dr. Pocket is your friendly community music physician. The good doctor has the prescription for what ails you. If you're feeling down, Dr. Pocket's got the tunes to lift your spirit and your energy. The band plays everything from jazz standards to classic rock, and their energy is infectious and fun, fun, fun. Dance and party with these guys as they play your favorites. The float is sponsored by Restmore Inc., professionals in disaster property restoration, helping people restore their properties after disasters like floods, fires, and storm damage. Giving us a little doobies right now.
And we love you listening to the music here. Next, we have Step by Step Dance Academy. Step by Step Dance Academy has been in business for 13 years, working with dancers ages 3 to adults. They teach ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop, and lyrical to all ages, and they offer both recreational and competitive classes for all ages. And they are having a blast out here on this 4th of July.
You know, you not only got to give it up to the parade participants, but their support crews that walk with them and ride with them. I mean, they're walking just as far as these dancers are.
No shortcuts.
Nope. Keeping them watered.
Yeah, step by step is the way you get from one end of the parade to the next.
Exactly.
So.
And those steps add up. Along 2.6 miles here.
One of the longest parades in the United States of America, and voted best year in and year out with recognition from USA Today.
Well-deserved recognition, no doubt.
you don't get much better than the City of Racine skyline.
No, definitely. And it's, improving all the time. We talked about, things like the Hotel Verdant and some of the other things that are happening in downtown Racine. So it's always changing. It's always evolving. Not only the buildings, but the storefronts. The downtown area always goes through, cycles to where, different businesses are leaving and new ones are coming in, and just keeping things very fresh.
It is on the up and up. And speaking on the up and up, here we have the Sturtevant Youth Baseball Association. Sturtevant's Youth Baseball Association has become one of the largest recreational youth boys baseball and girls fast-pitch softball programs in southeastern Wisconsin, fielding over 800 local boys and girls from ages 4 to 18. A great tradition of America's favorite pastime here in Racine County.
And this is Girl Scout Troop 5822. Girl Scout Troop 5822 is a multi-level, non-traditional girl-led troop. They like to camp, do crafts, volunteer, and have lots of fun. Some of their leaders started out as Girl Scouts and stayed with the troop after they graduated. A few of their current Girl Scouts are second generation, and they are celebrating their 19th year. And let's go down to Joan on the parade route.
All right, 10-4. Thanks, guys. We stopped Racine County I with their first entry for a parade, and I'd like to introduce you to Denise Lockwood, CEO of Racine County I.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so grateful to be here. We've been in business. Our news website is racinecountyi.com, and we produce journalism that serves, and we've gotten to do this work for 10 years, and we're so grateful for all of the stories that we've gotten to do to help make Racine a better place to live.
And Lauren, the support team, holding the umbrella, creating shade. Tell me what it's like for you to be here today.
It's amazing. I love this city. I love this county. I couldn't imagine being in a better place.
These are a few movers and shakers, guys, and I'm really sad because I already see the street sweepers coming. Trevor, not your favorite part, but you do like them.
I love my street sweepers.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, we've got Marcus here, Cinema. But before we see our favorite box of popcorn, we've got to thank them for their participation year in and year out of the parade. And we've got some exciting movies coming up like Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny that everybody's got to come out and see. So need a place to go between the fireworks and the parade? Come out to the Marcus Movie Theater and get 20% off all food and beverages with your Magical Movie Rewards card. And we've got our open arms, assisted living, and first care transportation.
Open Arms Assisted Living and Gardens of Mount Pleasant provide residential services to adults with various disabilities.
Look at that fleet, making sure that people who are elderly and disabled can get from point A to point B.
Yeah, it's important to get them to their doctor's appointments, their shopping, their other errands that need to be run, and not everybody has a family to help them do that. So these folks fill in that void.
That's critical service. And here we have Estevan's Auto Body and Repair Shop, which is a concert on wheels today.
So you talk about bright colors, that orange, I love that orange.
That is a great truck.
And here we have Alicia Villa. This year she is proud to introduce her daughter Jacqueline to sing for everyone. They're going to sing their traditional mariachi Mexican music. She wants to follow a family tradition that for many years, since 1990, she's been bringing the city of Racine. Jackie is a graduate of Case High School and will be attending Whitewater, majoring in business administration. Her favorite sport is tennis, and singing is also her hobby. Alicia has been known in the city of Racine as a real estate broker, property manager, and singer. Her husband, Leo, has been driving and also known as a general contractor and well-liked in the community.
And if you need anything delivered, UPS. The local Sturtevant UPS service providers that deliver to Greater Racine and Kenosha area. You can't mistake those brown trucks.
No, you cannot. My brother Nathan, watching from Corinth, Texas, is a nearly 35-year UPS employee. Works at the Dallas Airport hub.
I am jealous of their uniforms.
If you like brown,
yeah.
That's your thing.
And here we have the Harbor Light Yacht Club to close us out on this incredible July 4th parade in downtown Racine. A great place to have a great time. Cardboard race. You make a cardboard boat and you put it in the water, and the race is happening August 5th. Everybody come out and see that in the Root River. It's going to be the 11th annual Harbor Light Yacht Club cardboard boat race.
All right, let's give a big thank you to all of our sponsors for today's broadcast. Festival Foods, Racine on the Lake, the City of Racine, Educators Credit Union, the Tavern League of Wisconsin, S.C. Johnson, and Incinerator. We've also got a number of other sponsors, 1175 Sports Park, R&R Club, Joey and Anna Lagath, Putzmeister of America, Michelle's Bar, Marco's Bar, Mike Alozzi, and the United Way of Racine County. Thank you to all those businesses and individuals who have provided support for today's event. And let's go down to John, who's going to talk to one of the most important people involved in the parade year after year. John.
Yeah, every year Fourth Fest is a kind of a magical thing for us. It's going fantastic the way we see it, but you see everything. How do you think it went this year? Because it was smooth and everybody, the spirit is always good, but it seemed like even had even a little more extra this year.
Yeah, I think everything went fantastic this year. We had almost no hiccups at all. Usually there's a couple of little things here and there, but everything went very smooth all the way up at the start of the parade and all the way down to the end of the route. So we're real happy with how everything turned out.
Okay, you could spend your 4th of July doing a lot of things. You got a real job, and yet you're a big part of this. And the way the committee, the way everybody comes together on it when, there's probably ideas and opinions as you go, the way you're able to put it together every year, even as ideas are thrown at you, how proud are you that everybody does come together in the end?
I'm very proud of everybody that participates in the parade and all the work that they do putting their entries together. But I'm even more proud of our group of individuals, our volunteers, our board of directors that puts this all together and spends an entire year doing so. We work very well together and we're like a family.
As much as you love it, is this street sweeper sound the most beautiful of all because now you can relax a little bit, or are you already thinking of next year?
It's bittersweet. It is a relief that everything's done for the year. It went off without a hitch. Looking forward to next year, but it's also an entire year of planning gone by in 3 hours.
Do you ever get to just jump on the street sweeper just for fun, or do you because you got all kinds of power at this thing?
They try and do that.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. And hey, when is it next year?
4th of July.
That's what you do in Racine and everywhere. Make sure you're watching next year. We're back. So great day. Thanks to Jake and everybody, guys, and thanks to you.
Thanks, John. Thank you, Jake. And thank you to everybody that tuned in today. Trevor, thank you. It's great time. Great
Duggan,
to work with you.
It has been a real honor to celebrate Racine today and to celebrate the 4th of July, a date that we remember as one of freedom, liberty, and community.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Well, thank you very much, everybody. I'm Duncan McManus from 102.9 The Hog with Trevor Young, and we will see you next year right here on My 24.
Thank you for tuning in, and happy